Hi everyone, welcome to the CISSP Certification Exam Question and Answers video series. This is my first video in this series. This video is about the domain 1, that is the security and risk management. So let's get started. So the first question in today's video is that which of the following would be an example of a policy statement, and the options are: protect the personal identifiable information by hardening servers. Second option is harden Windows 7 by first installing the pre-hardened OS image upgrade. Option 3 is you may create a strong password by choosing the first letter of each word in a sentence and mixing in numbers and symbols. And the last option is download the CI Security Windows benchmark and apply it. And the correct option is protect personal identifiable information by hardening servers. So the policy statement is a very high level and broad statement from the senior management of an organization, and it does not give specific details such as here we are seeing the Windows 7 or how to create a password or details about specific benchmarks. So this statement, which is a high level statement, it does not specify how to harden the server, but it just gives an executive statement, a policy statement that protect the PII by hardening server. So this is the correct answer. Question number 2 is that which of the following describes the money saved by implementing a security control, and the options are total cost of ownership, asset value, return on investment, and control savings. And the correct option is return on investment is the money saved by implementing a security control. Question number 3 is that which of the following is an example of a program policy, and the options are establish the information security program, email policy, application development policy, and server policy. And the correct option is establish the information security program. This is a program policy, while the email policy and the application development policy, these are issue specific policies, issue specific statements, while the server policy is a system specific policy statement. Question number 4 is that which of the following proves an identity claim, and the options are authentication, authorization, accountability, and auditing. And the correct option is authentication. So when you log into a website or to an email address, when you give you a username, that is the identity, and when you give your password, that is actually your authentication. So the identity claim is given through password, and this process is known as authentication. Question number 5 is that which of the following protects against unauthorized changes to data? And the options are confidentiality, integrity, availability, and alteration. And the correct answer is integrity. So integrity protects the data from unauthorized changes, modification, or destruction. Question number 6 is which of the following steps would be taken while conducting a qualitative risk analysis? So there are two types of risk analysis, qualitative and quantitative. And the options are calculate the asset value, calculate the return on investment, complete the risk analysis matrix, and completes the analyzed loss expectancy. And the correct option is complete the risk analysis matrix. Calculating the asset value, that is done in dollar. The return on investment is also in dollar, and the analyzed loss expectancy is also in dollars, and they belong to quantitative risk analysis, while calculating the risk using the risk analysis matrix is a qualitative risk analysis. The next question is that an attacker sees a building is protected by security guards and attacks a building next door with no guards. What control combination are the security guards? And the options are physical and compensating, physical and detective, physical and deterrent, and physical and preventive. And the correct option is physical and deterrent. So, a security guard is a physical control and it is a deterrent because the attacker does not go to the building and it is deterred by the presence of security guard. The next question is that what is the difference between a standard and a guideline? And the options are standards are compulsory and guidelines are mandatory. Standards are recommendations and guidelines are requirements. Standards are requirements and guidelines are recommendation, and standards are recommendation and guidelines are optional. And the correct answer is standards are requirements while guidelines are recommendations. So the standards are requirements are, or we can say that they are mandatory, while the guidelines are recommendation, they are not mandatory. Next question is that which canons of the ISC Square Code of Ethics should be considered the most important? And the options are, these all are actually the canons of ISC Square Code of Ethics. We have to choose the most important, and these are: number 1 is protect society, the commonwealth, and the infrastructure. Number 2 is advance and protect the profession. Number 3 is act honorably, honestly, justly, responsibly, and legally. And number 4 is provide diligent and competent service to principal. And the correct answer is the first one. It is because the canon order is important, and these options are written exactly in the order in which they are. So, the first one, when you are given the choice, the first one is important because it comes first in the order. Question number 10 is that which doctrine would likely allow for duplication of copyright material for research purposes without consent of the copyright holder? And the options are first sale, fair use, first privilege, and free dilution. And the correct answer is fair use. Question number 11 is which type of intellectual property is focused on maintaining brand recognition? Options are patent, trade secrets, copyright, and trademark. And the correct option is trademark. Question number 12 is identify all objects listed below. Drag and drop all the objects from left to right. So we have to give specific attention to the object. There are two entities. One is object, that is a passive entity inside an information security system, and the other is subject, that is an active entity in an information system. So the options are readme.txt file, database table, running login process, authenticated user, and 1099 text form. And we have to select the objects, that is the passive entities. So the correct options are a text file, readme text file, it is a passive entity. A database table is also a passive entity, and the third and the last option, correct option, is a text form, 1099 text form. The running login process and the authenticated user, they come in the category of subjects because they are active entities. So that's all for today. I hope you have learned something from today's video. I will make the next video very soon. So stay tuned and subscribe for the next video. Thank you.